race relations seems to boil down to who people believe are in power. And now you have two candidates that are polar opposites on some platforms, and it couldn't be more divided among race. So I think this presidential election, once again, will not reveal something new about America and race, but it will just continue to expose that we've never really adequately dealt with the race problem.
If you get a Trump to win, you're gonna empower white hatred groups and whites that want that and that and that. If you get a Hillary Clinton to win, you're gonna pacify the black people. It's either pacified or empowered. It's not like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be great. That's how I see it.
Despite what a lot of people say about Hillary Clinton, I'm not gonna say that I'm necessarily gonna endorse Hillary Clinton, because there are still things that she needs to do to benefit and say that she's gonna do for the African American community. But as far as I'm concerned, Donald Trump cannot win. He's gonna keep immigrants out of our country, he's gonna build walls, and he's divisive.
W.B. Du Bois said that we need to find a way other than politics. Don't just depend on politics as our savior, so to speak, and I'm paraphrasing there. And that's something that Black America needs to understand. Once again, it goes back to economic power. Right now, honestly, there's no win for Black America in the presidential election.
I don't support neither one of them, not at all. The type of white fascist movement that we're seeing that Trump brings certainly says that there's a different climate that's being stirred, especially around working class white folks who actually need to be organizing and fighting alongside working class black people. We're seeing that come up, and we're seeing the more KK rallies and the interpersonal racist tensions become more prevalent.
This country has already showed its true colors. So we have to unify and vote for the best choice for our people regardless. But as it pertains to other races, our Hispanics, our Muslim brothers, for those, I really feel like there have been red flags that have been said during this election trail that could be alarming. And I think we need to unify our voice with our vote. But again, it isn't enough to vote in the major elections. We have to start getting serious about all politics on a local level, and then we have to get serious about voting every day with our dollar. So for me, it's always gonna go back to the economics of the situation. I'm not one that subscribes to the don't vote at all. I believe there have been ancestors that have marched, that have died, that have fought for us to have that privilege and right, so I will always exercise it. Am I happy about either one of the choices? Not 100%, but at the same time, nothing is life 100%.
And so the primary thing is that making sure that we hold our elected officials accountable. It's time, we're past the time where you show up to people's churches, you show up to people's schools, and you show up to people's communities, or doing what you can to solicit their vote, but then in the same vein, you're only going to enact policies from the people who pay you, who cut you the biggest check. And typically, it's not minority communities who are cutting the largest check for you to make these policies happen. And so we just need a real effort from our politicians, from top to bottom, to say that we're going to hold true to our promise to serve the people.
Hillary is sort of running away with it. So we have to find a way to make sure that she is going to still feel the need to address the black community, even though she knows she can assume that she has the black vote, because black people are not voting for Donald Trump. But we need to make her feel the pressure of a black community that will give her some sort of consequences if she does not address what's going on with us. Hopefully now she understands the responsibility that she has to a large section of the community. If not, we will make her 4 years or 8 years as president very difficult.
But we know that structurally, that whoever gets in that seat has the power to really change and shift the material conditions of black folks' lives. You know, for my folks who are organizing, we see local elections as more critical to the work that we're trying to move and what actually is going to shift the communities and neighborhoods we live in. Our power comes from building deeper in our communities and being able to confront power together, regardless of who's in the ring. Black folks is going to fight anyway.
So get out, make the best decision for our people, and I personally do not believe that it's Trump at all.